one thing that's going to make this show a little more unique as well is that for the first time, we're going to get baked while we do the show.
Duckville bottle kick!
They tried to kill us, Jimmy. They did. They're dirty fucking cops. Oh, bam! Peanut butter and jelly. Where's that? Then give me a bad like give me a green cheese.
That whole family is so.
Alright fuckers, welcome to the Trailer Park Boys Fan Federation podcast. As you can see, we're both on video this time, and one thing that's going to make this show a little more unique as well is that for the first time, we're going to get baked while we do the show. In fact, on a countdown, we're going to spark off at the same time. So it's Morgan Rector here and Raymond Hazen. And I think on a count of 5, you want to do it?
All right. You want to count up to 5, or you want to count back down from 5?
5 to 1, yeah. Just like we did the top 5
so
lists.
5, 4, 3, 2, and go on 1, or do you want to go on blast off?
Go on blast off.
Right,
Yeah.
So I'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. All right. Yeah. You guys ready? Everybody out there? Everybody ready? Everybody got their doobies and their bongs and everything? Here we go. Everyone out there, join us. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off.
Oh wow. Both had it drag. Both had a drag and togue at the same time.
And with that, the next episode of the Trailer Park Boys Fan Federation is officially underway.
You said you use wax? I never heard of that before. What is
well, the concentrates, man. You know, like hash, and whatnot. You know, let's see here. Like this is shatter. It's stuck sometimes. Yeah, my hands are kind of sweaty sometimes, but yeah, that's the shatter. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a concentrate press.
So what, you put it together, the weed, and it congeals or something like that? Or?
I'm not quite sure the methods of making this stuff. I know that some is made with butane, because butane will strip the THC oils out, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, you can burn off it'll separate, and then you can burn off the butane, and you have just the THC and oil. And that's one thing they do, but I don't know. There's tons of different methods on how they do it. What am I looking for? This thing right here. I have a little dab of dew. But yeah, anytime you hear of anyone doing dabs, that's what they're doing. They're hitting the wax or the shatter or like the sugars or the diamonds. Like right now, I got a sugar diamond right here called or the strain. I always call it flavor.
You know already.
Right? Yeah. Is headband.
Well, I'm smoking Kush. I don't know if it's, I can't remember if it's Pink Kush or the strain called Chewbacca, and there was another one. A friend of mine he gave me like 2 little bags of them. So I think I might be actually smoking 3 different strains at once.
Atta babe. That's what we call California tossed salad around here.
Tossed salad, yeah.
Fuck.
I gotta get more of that White Widow. That shit's really good.
Oh yeah, it is, dude. Here, let's hear. I'll hit a little bit of this now. Woo. So, who we covering tonight? We're covering Barb tonight, right?
Barb. You know what? I am not ashamed to admit I would bang the shit out
Dude,
of Barb.
you know, it's so funny, but I'm telling you, bro. We might live thousands of miles away and fucking different countries basically and whatnot, but like, I'm telling you, we're always on the same page, dude. I would take Barb down, bro.
Oh
Like,
yeah, like that. I don't know which season it was, but which one was it where she and Ricky were in a relationship and he was living with her? And four? Yeah.
yeah, that it's the one that leads up. Remember, because propane's where Jim gets
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
propane, and Working Man is where he blows him up, and then they go out and get Rita McNeil. But yeah, I mean, part of that we'll talk about it when we get to the top five. But that made my list for sure because like Barb is just, dude, like some of the things she's saying there, I was like, man, I just if a woman said that to me, dude,
Oh yeah.
it'd be
I'd
over.
marry
You know?
her. I totally marry. Well, he's because apparently, supposedly Ricky has this amazing sexual prowess. Sarah said it, Lucy said it, and it maybe that's why Barb fell in love with him because she loves the D, you know.
That's right, and it's it's because the same thing I've heard. It's because we care. You
Yeah,
know, I don't finish until you finish, ladies. Remember that.
yeah. He did that magic move that Lucy was referring to with the swirl, whatever the fuck it is. He must have done that, man. And
Oh, I'm telling you,
she's
man.
like, that's it. In the words of Eddie Murphy, she said, I found the dick of life. This is the dick I've been searching for. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, Leahy, with all due respect, he was drunk so much. It's hard to be good in bed if you're drunk, right? I mean,
Well,
it's
I
good
mean,
for you, but
yeah, I mean, you're not always the best. You can be a little sloppy, and there is a thing that we call whiskey dick. I don't know if you guys got the same reference up there, but whiskey dick's where you get so wasted that you just like you can't get it up, you can't perform. You're
pushing
just like,
rope, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you're
pushing
more
rope, yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Just say
So
to
I
her, you know what?
mean,
Just imagine it's your finger, all right? Just
right?
damn, you got some heavy duty hardware right there. Is that attached to like a tank full of water or something? I'll take that as a yes.
No, it's just a nectar collector. Do you remember? You remember the steamroller pipes? The kinds that are just a pipe on top and it's just an open at the end. It's kind of similar to that, but there's no bowl on the top. It just goes straight through. And so when you're doing the dabs, you just heat. It's got a little metal nail on the end. You heat that sucker up with the torch, and then you just poke it in the fucking. Whoa! It almost came out. It almost
Damn,
came
man.
out. But yeah,
You got mad skills in that area, fucking construction skills, and you're like Bubbles with the honey oil refinery.
the
You've got
honey oil
you
refinery
know how to set it up, you know.
and that double decker barbecue.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
That shit was great. Uh, that was a good episode of the oil refinery.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever smoked honey oil before?
Oh yeah. No, I remember back in let's say the early 2000s, before all this concentrate shit really kicked off. I mean, it's always been around. Hash has always been around, you know what I'm saying? But like that's it. Like you weren't getting shatter and all this stuff lined up at clubs But anyway, I had a buddy up that when I was living where I was living. He lived up the hill from me. Not now. It's a different place. And he was making this honey oil, and he gave it out, and like it came in little eye droppers, dude, like little tiny vials, like with a little eye dropper. It was like oil,
Yeah.
and fucking I remember, man, like I'd just pack a bowl of weed and I'd put a drop or two of that on there, man, and it made like a crust of like THC basically. It's kind of like that chocolate shit you put on ice cream, that,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
hard that hard magic shell or whatever it's called. It's kind of like that, but for weed with THC,
yeah.
and
How
it fucking
many
just like,
drops did you need?
oh, just one or two or three, just a couple.
Yeah.
And that dude, that I'm telling you, that bowl will just get this harsh, and you could hit it like all day. I'd hit it all day. So one bowl lasts forever, man,
No
and gets
wonder
you
that's just
ripped.
expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. But I haven't seen that stuff really in a while. Just honey oil. It's just like liquidy oil.
See, I wonder what impact it's going to make on the show now that weed is legal in my country. Because now Ricky could do all those things legally and he's good at it. But then if they go legit, it ruins the show, doesn't it? I mean, like just like in the last episode of season 12, they had the beer company going, and it just everything was on the up and up, and then it all turned to shit. It's just that's the way it's supposed to be, right? That show. Like
Well,
you
it's
want
like
them to succeed, and yet I don't want them to, you know?
yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, it's like in the movie Don't Legalize It. Like Ricky was pissed that they were legalizing it, you know? And I
Yeah.
get it. I remember in California when it was being legalized, like I was no longer in the selling of it game. Like I used to sell a bit of weed, here and there. I mean, who doesn't, right? But like I knew people who still did, and they were all voting no on it.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
they'd have to get like a license to sell it, and
More so than just that is if it gets legalized and shops open everywhere, the corner store, the corner hustler dime bag man is out of business.
yeah,
You know
because
what I'm
it's
saying?
considered if it's not legal, then it's considered contraband. So
Yeah,
that's what.
And it's like, but I mean, like, why would you go down here, when you go to the club and get like whatever from the club, It's like when it's illegal, the only source is them, I guess is what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
right.
So
But see, I hate how it's like, well, you can only meet up with them at this time, and maybe you don't want to go to their house and have to feel like you have to hang out with them. There's a lot of pain in the ass things that come along with buying from some dude off the street, you know?
for sure. I mean, look at it this way. Like, what's a grocery store you got out there? Like Horton's, is that a grocery store?
That's a coffee shop, like Dunkin'
Coffee
Donuts.
shop? Like a Dunkin' Donuts? Okay. Well, picture whatever your local little grocery store they got there. They're gonna hate it if a Whole Foods moves in next door.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the way it was with the little illegal dime bag, little ounce dealer or whatever when it was
Yeah.
illegal. They hated it when it became legalized because, well, Whole Foods moved in next door.
Yeah, and I guess that the OG dealers have to charge less for their stuff, right? That's the only way they can compete with them.
Yeah,
So
it
that
happened
they're losing money too. So
for sure.
probably not worth it to do it.
Especially since I can go to the club and get some decent indoor stuff. Like I said, the stuff I showed you the other day, this stuff. This is the berry pie, dude. 87% TH. Oh no, this is the dabs. This ain't it. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It was like 26%, and it was some decent indoor stuff, and it was only like $35 for an eighth. That's
Yeah.
pretty reasonable. You can't hate on it too much. Hey, you like my shirt?
Yeah, yeah. Rum, beer, and quests and mead.
Yep, these are the things that a pirate needs.
I was actually thinking the trailer and your background looks like the greatest place to fuck a really trashy chick. You
Oh
get
yeah, dude, like what's her name? She played Earl's wife, and My Name is Earl. Is it Presley or something? Jamie Presley, I think's her
saw
name.
that show. Yeah.
Oh, dude, oh, she's so hot, and she's so white trash American. I love her, dude. I would count her spokes with my tongue.
Something about a chick with a cigarette hanging out of her mouth, right?
Right?
Person like a sailor.
Which brings me to Barb, bro.
Yeah,
I gotta admit, when she was packing lunches and smokes for Ricky, dude, I was like, man, that's how you fucking win me over. But see, I would do with the smokes. I don't smoke tobacco. I haven't really done that in like 3 years.
well, his only purpose in her life was sexual. He was absolutely of no use to her in any other way, but she was like so into the sex that she's like, all right, don't pay rent and just eat
Well,
pepperoni and
he was also the trailer park supervisor at the time, so I'm wondering if it's a power thing.
Oh yeah, maybe that too. Yeah.
Barb likes guys in power, I think, a little bit also.
Yeah, and there was that scene. Well, I think in season 12, both he and Julian fucked her, right?
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, Ricky had to do it again, and she kind of blackmailed them into it, which was really cool in a way when you think about it.
Is that what
Like this woman wants to fuck you so bad, she's gonna like force you into it, kind of almost like rape, really.
Is that when she was giving out the crystals?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's like there was. It was just part of that whole deal of Julian owning half of the park or buying the park and all that shit. And I think that was part of the deal for him to be able to to get her half. I think that may have been it. I'm not entirely sure. But it was definitely something Julian wanted. I don't think he normally would have fucked her based on his reaction. And I loved it when he fucks, like, you knew he was gonna fuck Sarah. You know, when she offered to decorate his place to let her stay over. You just
That was
knew it.
obvious, bro.
That's
Come
all.
on, you know, like girls rarely ever come over and just hang out and spend the night like that, and you don't wind up banging. Like that shit just happens, you know.
Maybe this
I mean,
sounds.
it used to happen. It hasn't happened. That's because no one comes over anymore, you know. But trust me, when girls came over, like, it was on.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it may have sounded bad, but Sarah probably couldn't say no. You know, maybe she felt like,
No, look,
oh, she's letting me stay here overnight. I guess I might as well throw him one, right?
look at him too. That's sexy, in bro.
Yeah, it's sexy. You know, he's probably banged half the chicks in that park.
Uh, all of them, I bet, except for maybe Donna.
Yeah, probably not Donna. Yeah, he's really creeped out by her. But yeah, sounds like fuck Sarah. They wouldn't. Neither one of them would. Well, I think she seems to pretty much imply that really happened. That they definitely had sex, but he denies it, of course. But I think he did. You think he's fucked Sarah?
Oh, of course, dude. Just like he did Lucy back in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though
Oh,
he denies it.
I meant Lucy. Remember, she
Oh,
was.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they were like 14 years old or whatever, and they had a party and they passed out on mushrooms and booze.
Yeah, and he woke up and was like, oh, shit, you know. I don't think nothing happened, but I don't know, bro. I mean, if you guys if you wake up naked. I mean, I will admit that I have woken up in bed next to a girl and we didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
And the only reason I know that is because there were other people in the room and they told me, like, no. I woke up and I was just like, dude, did me and this chick bang? They're like, no, bro, you were already passed out. She climbed in bed with you and ended up passing out next to you. And I'm like, okay, fucking cool, man.
Are you guys drunk?
Oh, yeah, that was at one of the
Yeah.
plethora of kegger parties that I was at. We always wind up hitting the whiskey when I'm there. So I always wind up hitting the whiskey when I'm everywhere. But back in those days, I used to start parties with like there's a peppermint schnapps, which is, I don't know why, but like dude, we love that shit, you know? And I think it's because I was a big fan of this movie called The Stoned Age when I was a kid. And in that movie, they're cruising around with a big bottle of peppermint schnapps. They call it the Schnapster. And so, like, from like 16 through like, I don't know, my early 20s, I drank that shit all the time. And then it kind of moved over to Jaeger. But I mean, there was always whiskey and vodka.
Jaeger. That's supposed to tear you right apart, right? Jaegermeister.
Jaeger's cool. Jaeger's cool. I like it. It's an acquired flavor. You know, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like it. You gotta like it.
It's like, well, it's got a real bite to it, or
Well, kind of. Well, it's got like a lot of people say it tastes just like black licorice. It actually doesn't. It's just it's close to it. I mean, like I've actually drinking it and eaten black licorice to compare them, and it actually doesn't. It's close. It's so close that that's what our brain relates to. So if you drink it and you haven't had black licorice in forever, you know you're gonna be like, oh, that's black licorice. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually got a slightly different flavor.
yeah.
But you know, like I said, not many people like Jaeger. Jaeger bombs are real big though. But
Oh, I have an announcement. So there is a podcast just like this one, made by Trailer Park Boys fans, where we talk about the show. And there's another such fans site slash podcast out there. It's called Getting Greasy, and they're going to do the show in 2 weeks. So that's pretty cool. I mean, these guys, and he actually offered to use this episode on their podcast, so included among their content. And he says they have 67,000 followers. So that's pretty big, man. That's a lot of exposure.
yeah, that's
So that
very
might be a
nice.
game changer. It might be a pivotal moment, you know.
That'd be very cool. They're coming on next week, you say, or the week after?
July 19th. Yep.
All right. So that'll be a Monday. 2 weeks from Monday. 2 weeks from Monday.
Or
That's what I got on the calendar.
Well, let me see if I got that right. I thought it was like 9. It might have been because I remember. Apparently, they've got this like really busy performance schedule. Like they do a lot of live shows. I think they were stand-up comedians before they started doing that. Uh, okay, no, we're doing it on the 18th. Pre-recorded, of course. But yeah, that's coming up. So if any of you listen to that show, yeah, we're gonna cross paths a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So looking forward to it.
A little
So
crossover episode.
that's right. So let's get to our list for this week. We got 5 best Barb moments. We already talked about Barb. We love Barb. We both bang Barb. I'd bang her for the waiving of my lot fees. I wouldn't mind doing that at all.
I
So,
think I'd just do it on general principle, man.
well, me too. Yeah, obviously. I mean, she's got a fucking jacuzzi, dude. She's set up. She loves to eat.
I mean, if
Wouldn't
she'll
wanna
let
do-
me, if she'll let me just like play video games and my music as loud as I want and smoke as much fucking dope as I want and not work as much as I want.
Yeah,
Like, count me in, Barb. We'll move in right there.
buying all your cigarettes and all your weed and all your favorite foods apparently, and you just got to keep fucking her.
I already
Do it
got my
really
new.
good.
I already got my new trailer right here. We can move in.
Yeah. Well, this lady doesn't have really high No, I mean, not that I'm connecting you with this idea, but she does not have high standards. I mean, Sam Losco, that's fucked up, man.
That's that is, and it's funny. We'll get to some of because Sam. I mean, he's so much a part of Barb's life
Yeah,
that
that's right.
like Sam's gonna play a part in my list. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll go ahead and let me switch over to my list here, and we'll fucking
Like when
dive
she
into
breaks
it.
up with him, she's like, I hate hot dogs.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Oh, dude, that's like the worst thing you can say to Sam.
Yeah.
He's about them hot dogs.
All right, my number 5
Oh,
is just a scene that's come up in other lists because it's also a great Randy moment. But Barb's great in this too. It's the one where she laughs at Randy ripping his pants. So she starts laughing. She's laughing hysterically. He's like, my best pants! Randy! And both her and Leahy start giving the Randys to him. And so that was a good moment.
That's when they're supposed to be a couple, but Randy winds up being treated more like a child than a lover.
Yeah. Well, yeah, except
He
for
really
the
does.
threesomes, he was like useless to her, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Eating her out of house and home and shit. So.
Let's see here. My number 5, Barb. Okay. It really is. Okay, so it's basically all of season 10 Barb. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's more so the look. When she's rocking the leather with the cornrows and she's acting all tough and hard because she's running around on the 3-tiered shit dyke.
Fucking Candy. Well, I don't know. That period in Barb's life, I didn't like Barb very much, I have to say.
I don't know. She cracked me up, bro, because it's like every time I saw her, I'm like, fucking, who is this bitch? You know? She like no. I would
She's
like
intense.
that Barb. Yeah, that Barb is not. You got some yogurt on your chin, bud.
Oh, I do? Oh, okay.
Yeah, totally. That's all right. We got it. We can edit that out if you want. I don't care. She's like, it's not that she's hot, not that I like dig her or bang her or like I would love living in the trailer next to her or something. But there's just something about that Barb and that image that she's rocking, that because it's so not Barb, it's not normal. She's not like that in any other point in time. Even when that's over, she goes back to normal, basically. You know.
Well, I mean, as long as she stays away from those two, that's the main thing. I mean, that's too much bitch right there. That's a 3-tiered bitch. That's just 3-tiered shit dyke, you know?
Three-tiered
Just
shit
too
dyke,
many
that's
layers,
it.
man. You can't wriggle out from underneath it. So, but what else was I going? Oh yeah, you know she's hot, and I totally do her. One thing I would not do is go to the fucking country line dancing. That.
Oh, what? You wouldn't go frig dancing?
Oh yeah, I'd do that, but not the country line dancing.
Is that what Randy's talking about when he talks about frig dancing?
Well, I remember like one of the times when she and Leahy got back together as a couple. At one point, he had to do something, and she said, "But we're gonna get behind in line dancing." So that's what she was talking about, the country music.
Yeah. I
She
know,
wears the
totally.
cowboy boots all the time.
I remember Randy refers to it as frig dancing, I believe. Because remember he's getting an argument with Leahy one time, and he's talking about, why don't you go out frig dancing with Barb? You know?
Well, maybe they did some dirty dancing too.
Right? Dude, I see you got yogurt. I brought so many munchies, dude. I got stuff. I got like jalapeno cheddar potato skins here, man. I brought some fucking sunflower seeds. I got jelly beans. I got 3 different kinds of Stacks chips. Zesty queso. Oh, another zesty queso. And then a bacon cheddar. So I guess I got 2 different kinds.
Damn.
And then I got a big old bag of pepperoni cocks.
Bam!
Peanut butter and jam! And you know what, dude? Dude, these things are so good. With the jalapeno cheddar potato skins, man. You mix them together. It's so good.
Oh, that reminds me.
And I bought a bowl. So I wouldn't make crinkle sounds with my bag to upset the people listening.
There's something I kept forgetting to do, and I just suddenly remembered it. So,
Wow.
do you like Doritos?
Yeah.
Do you like
Does
garlic?
Tin Man have a sheet metal cock?
Yeah. Do you like garlic?
Yes, I've seen the picture. I liked it. I support
yeah.
you for that.
Yeah,
Organic garlic.
everybody, let's start a movement and like that Facebook page, Garlic Flavored Doritos, a million times. And if that happens, I'll send an email about it to Frito-Lay, and they can start making them.
And we can at least try it. Get a trial of it. See if America or see if the world likes it. Because you guys
Yeah,
out there.
I
But,
think
yeah.
I think people would go wild over it. I think that'd be hugely popular. How many people don't like garlic, right?
I love garlic. I use it a lot.
Yeah.
Uh, I like never get sick, and I'm totally like things work. And I tell it's because I eat a lot of garlic, a lot of jalapenos, and a lot of ginger. I'm fucking healthy, man.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good for you, yeah.
And I shove like drugs and liquor in my belly. Not very often anymore, but I have in the past.
Yeah, so yeah, garlic Doritos, guys. Let's make it happen.
Oh yeah, I got this thing too. I forgot about this. I got my pen too.
Oh, cool. Have you ever come up with ideas for flavors for Doritos that they haven't done? Have you ever come up with anything like that?
Um,
What would you like to see become?
no, but I mean, I imagine like right off the top of my head, some sort of like sun-dried tomato something would be really good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, sun-dried tomatoes. Uh, I don't know. Like, what else would be good right now?
I don't have any other ideas for that.
There we
But I
go.
came up with an idea for mint flavored soda, mint flavored pop, like and make it really like refreshing like mint. Like wouldn't that be amazing? Cold and minty.
Yeah, it
You
very
know?
well could.
And I think that'd probably be popular with like bars and shit. You know, you could probably make a decent tonic out of that, you know?
I would agree with that. Dude, I'm totally got the munchies now.
So what's your first Barb moment?
Oh, already said it. Season 10, the image, the look, you know.
Baked. Okay. My next one is proposing to Ricky. We did talk about it before, but I just loved it how, so based solely on his sexual prowess, he gets to like freeload off her and just do his regular crazy shit and just be a total fucking asshole, and she'll pay for everything. She just wants that fucking dick forever. So I really that's such a great scene, and for someone who's always like MILFs, that's pretty entertaining. So
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you too, my man. Number 4 for me is when she proposes to Ricky and she like totally gets down on that one knee right in front of him. Oh, that reminds me too, in homage to that scene, when she's sitting there down on one knee, Ricky's sitting there smacking down some licorice. He's like, fuck, I love licorice. So I even got some licorice.
Oh, you got some Twizzlers, eh? Twizzlers, as J Rock calls them.
Just for homage to Ricky on that part. But yeah, I love that. And she's just like, you can play video games and smoke as much dope and play loud music and not work. And like, oh, dude, it's just like, oh my God, that is the most amazing proposal in the history of the world.
Licorice is one of those things where you almost start to fantasize, like, I'm going to go somewhere alone and eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner until I'm tired of it because I love it so much, which is be a stupid suicidal thing to do for your health. But there's certain foods I'm like, oh my God, I wish I could eat this forever. You know what I'm saying? And then
Dude,
yet
I've been walking down the aisle and see one of those big tubs of like red vines and just like get lost in like a sexual, like not even really eating the licorice, just like rubbing it on my chest and shit. You know what I'm saying? Rolling around in it, like throwing it in the air, running through a field, real slow motion, like half skipping.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, I
love ice cream.
Dude, you know what you do? You gotta cut the ends off, or you can buy them if it's just gonna be for you. But for somebody else, cut the ends off them and you freeze them, and they make killer straws. Especially when you're doing like a smoothie or something cold, real cold, because you can jam it in there and then it'll help keep it. You'll stay kind of hard too, But they make amazing straws when they're frozen. Cherry Coke is a great straw for cherry Coke too.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it would be.
I'm gonna have to eat one more. You can't have just one. Is that right?
Yeah, I've done that in the past. Yeah, used licorice as straws. Okay. So the next one of mine is, we mentioned it, but when she blackmailed Julian into fucking her, and of course, whenever he always denies when someone accuses him of fucking some chick that he doesn't want anyone to know. But we've seen him do it before with Lucy, so I think he was lying. Do you think he was lying?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Come on. It ain't like Barb ain't a virile, sex cat herself. You know what I'm saying? She's got the sex appeal. She can turn it up.
I'll bet she is really fucking good at it too. I'll bet she's one of those women, especially at that age. They've had a lot of practice and they are good. They boast about how good they are.
Oh yeah, no, I'm telling you, bro. You don't bang Barb. Barb bangs you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can guarantee it.
So even if he wasn't that into her, he probably thought, well, okay, I guess she's pretty wild. She's just they'll become dripping from the ceiling by the end of the night.
Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. It played into all the same part. My number 3 one is it's all along the same time, but it's shortly after that. It's right at the very end of Propane, and she's sitting in the kitchen, and Ricky comes out of the back room. They're both in robes, and he's like, and she's about to go out because she smells propane, and he's like, "Have you seen my cigarettes?" And she's like, "It's in a little cabinet next to the bed, marked dope where they're supposed to be," or like they're supposed to. And I'm like, dude, she's just got a cabinet marked dope for him sitting next to the bed and shit. I'm like, I mean, that just cracked me up. Plus, there was another part of like, dude, that's just so awesome.
It would never have ever been that good with Lucy.
No.
This woman treated him better than any other chick.
Yeah, for sure.
The only runner-up would be Sarah because she was willing to live in a car with him and eat bologna with him.
Yeah, true. And you know what I've seen from the few small relationships that I've seen Sarah have? I think she was kind of bossy to Corey and Trevor, but I mean, she was pretty good to Jacob when she was dating him for the minute.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, she doesn't. I guess she doesn't care about money and material shit, so maybe other things matter to her. That could be it. I mean, she did criticize Ricky for not providing for Trinity, but that's probably because of the morals that come along with parenting. So it's probably why she felt that way. But otherwise, when it came to anyone else, she tried to make as much money as she could, but she didn't care if any of her boyfriends had it. So
For sure.
that's cool. Just not always a nice person to deal with, from what I can tell. But if there's hope for J-Rock, there's hope for us, I guess. So.
Well, if it can happen to you, it can happen to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I'm fucking lit, bro.
Are you now?
Yeah.
All right.
Shit. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm back.
So you just did your fourth?
No, that's number 3. We're down to 2. All right.
Okay, so yeah, my next one is watching Randy pumping his bike tires.
Oh my god.
And she's getting all hot and bothered by it.
He's using his belly to like press down on top of the thing.
And he looked like it was almost a sexual thing for him too. Like he's really concentrating.
No,
fanning herself.
It was quite sexual. Like I had to be like, "What are you doing over here, Randy?" No, he's like, he was drilling. He was kind of. It's almost like working on your teabag muscle. It's like an exercise.
It's interesting. Most people are repulsed by Randy, but the ones who are not are just like obsessed with him, like fucking his brains out. Like there's no either or. It's like, you know, either they love him off or they hate his guts. It really seems like both have extreme feelings about him.
To me, it seems like the only people that ever found Randy gross are the dudes. Like Sarah's talked about it, Lucy's talked about it, like Barb's had it, like how sexy Ted. Randy is, you know.
Ted.
Yeah, Ted, and Leahy sure as hell found him sexy.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think anyone found him sexier than Leahy did. Man, I miss Leahy. I miss John.
Yeah.
All right, let me go ahead and tell my number 2 before I get all sentimental about John. It's not about him, it's about Barb. But it's not about Jim, right? We'll talk about Jim again another day. All right, anyway, my number 2 for sure. Yeah, this one's good. In Say Goodnight to the Bad Guys. If you pay attention, she's like the wheelman for Sam when he comes to steal the freaking money out of the DeLorean. He steals the DeLorean and everything, and that's actually the money from the Swayze Express deal shit, and fucking yeah, dude, she's the getaway driver for all that. And it's like if you watch when they crash and the cops bust them with all that money and everything, Barb's right there getting fucking arrested and trying to get them up with the cops and shit. Like when they're arresting Sam, she rushes at him, they take her down and shit. I don't remember if they tase her or not, but they might. But that's where
was she the one who knocked the money into the air?
Yeah, for sure. And it's suspected that she got 2 years for that right there. She spent 2 years in prison. I was reading that on a fan page, and that because she's not seen again until even after what is it? Don't Legalize It, because she's not in Don't Legalize It. It isn't until the next season 8 where she comes around. You know what I'm saying? And so it's suspected that she spent 2 years fucking locked up for that one. Barb's a hitter, dude. She's a straight hitter.
Yeah, learn to eat pussy, right?
Right.
For later.
She gets locked up again. I guess that's when she meets Candy and stuff, and then comes out in 10. But she, oh yeah, That's right. Is that? Oh yeah. Let's not. Well, I'm not gonna get to it because that. Go ahead and go because that's my number one. We're gonna wait a minute. Go ahead and go. My number one moment's coming up next. I was just about to talk about it. I almost went premature, but we don't do that. We don't go premature around here. We hold it back. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like that. What's that tantric shit, man? I'm like tantric with the shit over here.
So my number one is another of Barb's hookups, flirting with Steve Rogers. He's like, I will. Let me know. I will.
High definition piss jugs.
Yeah. She really wanted the cock, man.
Oh, that
Can't get
is
enough.
a good one for sure. I love that. I love that episode in general. That's a great episode, man.
Season
It
6,
really
man.
is. Season 6 is good. But you know what? I think I started realizing I think 4 might be one of my favorite seasons. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to pick. They're all special and good to me. Like my favorite episodes aren't in season 4, but they're close. You know what I'm saying? Some of my favorite episodes are in there, but I don't know. I mean, I'd have to go back and look at what when we did our top 10. You know, because I'm pretty sure that Working Man, it was on there, but it wasn't. So was Propane. But I don't think they were in the top 5. But anyway, go ahead.
I only saw one person who has played a character on Trailer Park Boys in person. I didn't introduce myself, but the Halloween '77, that episode, the police chief who started screaming at George Green. His name is Maury Chaikin. I saw him on the street once. So
he's also the drunk cop from Countdown to Liquor Day. He's out there at Manhor Alley. He's one of the ones that arrests them, and then when they actually arrest the boys after the big car chase with Leahy, and him and Ricky are pissing on each other, and he drives away, and they all crash, and they're arresting him. He's there too because they start calling him. Yeah, he's the same guy. I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen it.
Yeah, they're actors who played double characters. I've noticed. Yeah.
Yeah. We said like the dude who plays Leslie Dancer. He's in a bunch of stuff. He's in the SwearNet movie. You know, he's in all kinds of stuff. He plays what's that guy's name? Finchback or something.
And also, do you know anything about? Have you seen what?
The SwearNet movie. Have you seen that one yet?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, so quite a while ago. It was like like the year it came out. I saw that. Did you enjoy it?
I do. I like it. You know, I mean, I like Tom Green. Carrot Top's kind of a fool. Never really cared for him back then, but like when I see him, I'm like, hey, now you know what I'm saying? Like, but Tom Green was cool. I used to watch the Tom Green show and stuff, so I like Tom Green. And you know, this is the Tom Green show. It's not the Green Tom show.
I watched his public access show here in Canada before he got the MTV show.
Really? That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was actually funnier then. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I think he had a little more leeway to do edgier things. So the most fucked up thing he ever did was he appeared on a late night talk show that ran here for a while called Open Mic with Mike Bullard, and so they do the interview for a couple of minutes, and then he reaches into this garbage bag that he had with him, and he pulled out a dead raccoon. I mean, it was a real dead raccoon, and the host fucking threw up and ran away from the desk. It was real. Everyone thought he was just like, nobody thought it was fun. They just thought it was just appalling and shocking and disgusting. It was dark, man.
You ever see that movie Freddy Got Fingered?
No, yeah.
He made a movie. Freddy Got Fingered. It's basically like
bad.
It's horror. No, it's great, but it's horrible, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you still got some laughs out of it?
Oh yeah, dude. I enjoyed it. You know, it's basically like a 2-hour version of the Tom Green show. You know what I'm saying? But it's a fictitious story. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think it's. I don't want to speculate. It's a fictitious story. I'm just gonna run with that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's out there. But it's funny. Freddy Got Fingered. Check it out. Tom Green's the main star. He's got a horrible relationship with his dad, his brother. Basically, he makes at one point claims that his dad fingered his brother, and that's where the title of the movie came from. Freddie Got Fingered. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I figured it was just a play on that expression, like when someone informs on you to the cop.
And I mean, have you ever heard of or seen this or heard of the scene where he's supposed to be in front of like a piano or an organ and he's playing? He's got like hot dogs and sausages, and he goes, "Daddy, would you like some sausages? Daddy, would you like some sausage?" Well, he's like, that's the movie that it's from, dude, and he's totally off the wall. Like, there's a scene where he's driving down the road and he there's like a dead cow on the side of the road and he starts like humping it back to life, and all kinds of weird shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like sucking from cow's tits when he's thirsty on the side of the road. And like there's a scene where like there's these horses humping and he gets all excited and like pulls over and starts eating a sandwich all while he's, you know what I'm saying? Just do it being Tom Green, dude. And so
Freddy's into bestiality, basically.
If you're a wackadoo like me, like most of us, and you like that weirdo shit, like check out Freddy Got Fingered, guys. You like it.
One scene from a movie that like had me laughing for like an hour. I found it so funny, and I tend to like a lot of really juvenile shit, but it's in that movie Me, Myself, and Irene, where the first time you saw that, did you?
Yeah.
So the first time that he kind of breaks down and goes into the evil twin version of himself, I love it. He goes up to the guy's lawn after the guy's dog had been shitting on his lawn. And he starts, he's about to start shitting, and it looked like real shit was coming down, but it was chocolate softy ice cream, soft serve ice cream. Mm-hmm. That had me howling for like an hour. Like I was laughing so hard about that.
That was funny. That was a good movie too.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. They would have gotten in a lot of trouble now because that part where the guy goes up to him, "Hey, my son made the lead in the school play." And he's like, "Oh, I guess he likes the cock after all."
Yeah, right, dude.
I
watch so many movies nowadays that I'm like, I'm so grateful that no one's paying attention to what they are because they would get shut down.
For sure. Like Betty White was in this comedy. I can't remember which one it was. But there's something about the way this little boy was dressed that she didn't like. She goes, "Come on, you look like a fag." It was really funny coming from her, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know if they could have gotten away with it now.
Well, I absolutely love Betty White.
Me too.
She is on my Mount Rushmore of female comedians. Easily, hand down, probably number one. She's probably my George Washington of Mount Rushmore comedians. You know what I'm saying? I love Betty White on a whole different level, and she's just awesome. She's a world treasure, if you ask me.
She's beloved by people of all ages, man. It's pretty amazing.
Give me like 2 seconds to run to the kitchen.
Yeah. So this is an apple turnover from A&W. It's a Canadian fast food franchise. They're not paying me to do this. They didn't ask me to do this. But, Ray is out of the picture for the moment, so I got to fill the dead air. So if you're ever in Canada, have yourself an apple turnover from A&W. It comes warm. It's got cinnamon all over it. It's fucking fantastic. I was just telling them there's a franchise in Canada called A&W. It's a burger franchise, and their apple pies are like 10 times better than McDonald's.
Dude, I love apple pies. I love pie. Any kind of pie.
Yeah, me
Cherry
too.
pie, lemon meringue, poontang. Doesn't matter to me, bro.
It's hard to turn down pie.
That was dirty. Be nice. Be a gentleman.
So I got some random thoughts here, and
wait, did we get through Barb? Did you get your number one in?
did you give your number one? Because I mentioned mine was her flirting with Steve Rogers.
Okay, my number one is, let me get it out real quick. Oh wait, hold on. I got two honorable mentions real fast.
Yep.
And I'll bring them out. When she cons Corey and Trevor out of the money for the park, when they think they bought the park and said they signed a car lease, that was some gangster hustling right there. So that definitely gets some mention. And then when she turns, just before she proposes to Ricky, when Leahy actually comes and proposes to her, but she turns it down, and the way she's like, you know what, Jim, you better pour yourself a drink or just go get the one you left outside. It's like, tell me this chick, because he did. If you remember, he left a drink right outside, and so it's like, tell me this woman doesn't know the dude. Like she kills me. But my number one is in season 9 during season 9. If you remember, she's working at Mystic Fingers, and it's basically just a fucking sex shop.
Rubbing to Zug.
Got even T up in there giving handies. And actually he's not handy. He's doing the thing. But anyway, when they get arrested, and they all get arrested, so she goes to prison for sex work. That's when she meets Candy. They all got busted for sex work, for sex trafficking. Like, that shit kills me. Like, when I thought about that, I was like, holy shit, that ain't just something silly. Like, they're sex workers on paper, on word paper,
One of the best places to work in terms of helping you to get laid is one of those tropical resorts like Club Med or whatever, because they're almost, whenever women who are single and traveling with a girlfriend or more, they're going out to fuck. I mean, they're going to do the typical vacation shit, swim in the ocean and drink margaritas or whatever, but that's what it's really about. That's how women sleep around. Or if they can't afford that, they'll get into a car and go to another town, fuck guys there. They'll have like a motel room or two. And then the main thing is that that the other party cannot tell anyone they know. So that's what I've observed anyway. In fact, some Canadian girl I once knew went down to America to fuck guys. So she was international pussy.
Well, I mean, I hope if I ever get to go somewhere, if I come up to Toronto, maybe some nice Toronto girl will give me a good old Canadian howdy, I mean, if you think about it, that's what we do. Like, when we go places, it's like, how do you want to sample? It's like Baskin Robbins. The world out there is the 31 flavors.
Well, it can be tough because big city women are usually harder to get with. You know what I'm saying? That's what I find.
Right. They're harder to please.
The bigger the city, like the worse it is. It's like, I think in New York, it's supposed to be really hard to get laid. That would be like really tough. Whereas in the country, small towns, what else does everyone have to do, right? The trailer park?
We ain't got shit to do out here. But then again, there's like nobody out here.
Yeah. So it's like,
that's the other thing.
Yeah, if there's someone around you, you don't find them attractive at first, maybe it could change. I've had that happen to me.
Yeah, that, and also you just gotta get out there and just try and keep at. You gotta ask like a dozen chicks a day. You know what I'm saying? Because an older guy once put it this way to me. He goes, what's a good batting average? 350. If you're batting 400, you're freaking going for MVP. You know what I'm saying? And what's 400? 4 out of 10. So think about it. Like, if you gotta ask 10, 20 girls to get 3 or 4 numbers, like, you're actually getting a decent batting average. Fucking just run with it. You can't ask 1 or 2.
You could probably recycle them, over time. Hit it up with this one again, and
Well, I mean, if you're lucky, if they like that, but don't let them hear this part.
Well, I mean, they're so liberated these days, I don't know. Being a virgin doesn't seem to really matter to today's young women that much. So.
No, well, if you heard it, there's this YouTuber out there, I guess he's pushing virginity rocks or something. My son was telling me about it. Like, that's one of his freaking sweaters, like logos, whatever, says virginity rocks.
Your son owns one?
No, he doesn't own one, but he talks about them. He's talked about them.
I was going to say, the son of Raymond Hazen Jr. wears that shirt. Probably not.
No, he does it.
Do
at least not at this time.
Do you see yourself in him yet? Like, does he have some of your personality?
Oh yeah, for sure. Hopefully I can harness the power for good, and you won't go to the dark side like I did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like Darth Vader after he realized and he like fought the Emperor and threw him down. I've realized the error of my ways, so hopefully I can, save the, that's the bad reference because he's Anakin. You know what I'm saying? That's the same person. But anyway, you get my point. Like the kid's smart. The kid's got a good head on his shoulders. But I mean, if you don't have direction or drive, there's only so far that'll take you on your own. If you're left your own. And his mom likes to leave him to figure it out for himself. And it's not the best method for a young man. Is just to let him figure it out for himself. I'm telling you.
No, no,
From experience,
he
anyone
guy.
out there. Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. Going for custody of him. We'll see if we can get him or not. She's trying to take him, move to North Carolina. I'm not really cool with that. I don't want to talk too much. We don't need to get into it too much on the area.
Oh, yeah, that's going to become.
Yeah.
So what is the progress on that actually? Where?
We got mediation coming up, and then if we can hopefully come to a conclusion, which we won't, then we'll go to court shortly after that. And, we'll see. I want him to stay. He wants to stay. My house is a better living environment than hers. I mean, she's a slob. I don't want to talk. I don't like talking bad about people that aren't there to defend themselves. So I try not to.
Sure you do. Well, you make an exception for her.
I know.
Yeah.
But when I'm talking about legal things and I'm being serious, like all jokes aside, I try not to. Like if I'm just talking trash, then sure I'll talk trash. That's whatever, But so we'll see. He wants to be here. I want him to be here. So, I got an extra room. We got an extra room here. So I'm gearing up to graduate. I'll have my degree here in September. Hopefully I can parlay that into a decent job. I'm looking at jobs from anywhere from $30 or $40 an hour to 30 to 50,000 a year starting. Fingers crossed, we'll see. And then, of course that'll probably take a few months. So we'll see. Hopefully by the beginning of the year I might have something, and I'm in a better position than she is now. So.
Animation must pay really well because like some of those animated films are like $200 million. It's really weird to think that they spend all that much. I mean, now most of that money was probably on marketing and shit, but they do pay animators to do that kind of 3D animation and CGI. That's a good paying position, yeah.
Yeah. Those companies pay well. I mean, like I said, my career. All right, I guess I didn't say. So as I'm saying now, my career balance counselor guy or whatever, he's getting ready to help me on my portfolio and everything together to do all that. And he was showing me links of places looking for, and I mean, dude, there's just so many companies, and it's more than just animating, like video compositing, motion graphics, digital graphics, like anything. If there's a company that needs someone to design T-shirt logos, I can do it. If there's a company out there that needs someone to, while the news is talking up and you want the fucking cow runs across the field, the words to come across the screen, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? If you need someone to take some video, cut it up, splice it together, make a reel, whatever. Obviously, I can do that as we see from the first episode we just put out. Which is the first time I did it. I hope everybody likes it. It's trial and error. We're figuring it out. But
are you able? You'd probably have to move to Los Angeles, right? Would you do that?
They're all over the world. They're everywhere. New Zealand. Do you know how many are up in Canada? Right in Toronto area. You know how many are down here? All over. I'm telling you. And then there's countless that you can work from home. Like you don't even have to move.
It is true, yeah. Well, maybe that is going to be the future of it, where, you hire a bunch of animators, this person does these, and that person does that, and why couldn't they do it from home? If you're doing it all on the computer anyway,
Exactly. Why can't I edit a huge video and then Google drop you a box? Oh, wait, isn't that kind of how we just did it? Like,
yeah, well, probably for security purposes, they might put it on like a huge hard drive, like a portable hard drive.
And you can mail in or something. Yeah. But then again, I would imagine that they would have some sort of like, if we were doing that, we would probably have like pay for security, VPNs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, George Lucas actually emailed a lot of the footage from Attack of the Clones back to Lucasfilm or whatever. So that you can create an email server that can hold like terabytes of information. And
Yeah.
of course, that would be probably very expensive. But
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see, But yeah, I'm totally open. I'm gonna be looking at for job, anywhere and everywhere. I mean, it's kind of up to my boy because like if I get custody of him, which hopefully I will. Fingers crossed, say a prayer, everybody out there. Then I mean, if he's like, no, Dad, I like high school and I want to stay here, then no, we won't move. I'll stay in the area. I'll find a job that lets me either work from here or is local. That'll be it, Or if he's like, no, let's go, let's move, let's try this place. As long as, I mean, even if he wants to move over closer to where his mom's at, even because she might wind up, if I get him, she might wind up going still to North Carolina, is what she's saying. And so it's like, I guess we can move over in that vicinity. I don't really want to. I don't really want to move to North Carolina, but
man, that's like a whole other coast.
I know. And that's the thing. That's why I don't want to. I don't want to go. It'd be 3,000 miles away from me. So no. She's had him for like 14 years. It's my turn anyway. Boy needs a little guy. Boy needs a little guidance from Dad anyway.
But so he wants to stay with.
He wants to stay with me.
Yeah.
And here in California, when kids are 14, they can have a say. They have a voice, and it can be heard. So they're old enough to, of course, the judge doesn't have to listen to them, But let's not talk about any of this. Nobody cares about any of this stuff, bro.
I'm sure
I mean, they might.
There might be other dudes who are having the same problems. You never know. Those are
common
problems.
They very much are. Yeah, they very much are. Matter of fact, dudes don't get enough. Like it irritates me. Dads don't get enough. It's like we have all the responsibility, no say. It's like you get a chick pregnant, you don't want the kid, but she does. Guess what? Boom, you're having a kid. You get a chick pregnant, you want the kid, but she doesn't. Guess what's happening? No kid. I know this because I've had 2 kids aborted against my will. Like I didn't want either of those kids aborted, but those girls changed their mind and decided they did. And
yeah, you don't want to do about
it. And then my son, luckily, of course I wanted him, but like if I didn't, tough, I'd still be paying anyway. Like too bad. So we get no response or no say all the responsibility, and it's just like it's not right, dude. And then they tend to usually give them to moms, like we've talked about, but that's not always the way it is. And I mean, if like I said to you at one time, I think, or somebody else I was talking to about it, moms win a lot because dads tend to give them more ammo because we're a little more hot-tempered. So moms have more ammo on dads usually. But if they have no ammo on us, judges aren't afraid to rule in dad's favor, especially for older kids, because older kids need more structure. Moms are great at nurturing through the younger stages of guidance. Dads are really good at structure and control at the later phases, and that's where the 2 dynamics come into play. And so, I mean, he's 14. She's had him this whole time. We split when he was like almost 4. She's had him, Let me have him the next couple of years. When he's 18, if he wants to move back to her or whatever, like he can go. And matter of fact, in a year or 2, if he was like, Dad, I'd want to go back, I'd be like, go ahead. I'm not going to force the kid to stay with me if he doesn't want to be with me. But I mean, I want him with me. You know what I'm saying? And as long as he wants, like, come on, boy, But I don't know. I don't like to force people into situations that they don't want to be in. If you're miserable, then I'm not going to make you stay around.
Well, you guys seem to have a lot of fun together.
Oh, we do. Blast. It's my mini-me. When he was born, I caught him. He slid out the mom into my arms. Bloop, I caught him. I cut the umbilical cord. I washed him off.
Wow.
He slept on my chest that first night. She fed him, then he slept on my chest. I slept in the chair. And he never left my side until I got locked up, when he was almost 4, and we split, and she got custody, and then ever since then, I got to see him whenever she lets me, kind of, And so it's like, maybe I wasn't always the best boyfriend or whatever, but I was a great dad. I'm a great dad. And there's tons of people out there with kids that call me uncle, that they would line up around the corner to show you that they'd let me hang out with their kids anytime. And the one kid that I can't spend the most time with is my own son. It's kind of irritating.
That stinks.
Yeah. But it's all control. It's all to, we don't need, like I said, we don't need to get into this. If
Get
people
those
want
other kids to.
people go ahead and email in if you want to have a dad episode talk about dad stuff. I could put one of those out. We could do that, no problem.
Should get those other kids to be character witnesses.
Right? It's not a bad idea. Yeah, come on in. Circus full of kids.
That's
Tell them
right.
how awesome Uncle Ray is.
Right now it's random thoughts time.
Yeah, go ahead, bud.
Creative with these. So who would be the most credible James Bond of the boys, Julian, Bubbles, or Ricky? Like if they had to cast one of those guys. I'm going for Julian.
Yeah.
He looks the part. I think he'd slip into that role really well.
He's a little more. I don't want to say refined because that's not the proper word, but you get what I'm saying. Like he's a little more dapper. More suave. I could see Julian put into a nice suit at the card game, shaken, not stirred. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see Julian with the girl on the arm, like trying to bluff the bad guy out in the card game and shit. Like I can see that. Ricky, I don't think he's cool enough under pressure. Ricky would lose his shit. He'd wind up flipping the card table over, pulling his gun out. Dude, after like the first bet, you know what I'm saying?
Do you expect to die? No, I expect you to fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. Right. They're like, do you know how to play this game? He's like, I don't know. Do you know how to fuck off? You know what I'm saying? And then Bubs, I love him. He doesn't have the look. You know what I'm saying? The look's not there. He just can't. No.
But did you ever see that little video I made of Bubbles as RoboCop?
Oh yes, yes I did.
The next one.
Yeah.
Who would make the funniest James Bond of all male characters on the show? My vote goes to Philadelphia Commons. Burger, well done, instead of shaken, not stirred.
Yeah.
Do you expect me to eat? No, I expect you to die.
Right.
What are some other classic lines from James Bond? Have you watched those?
Oh, I mean, it's been years and years since I've seen any of them.
Octoburger.
Octoburger. There's
tempting him with like 8 burgers at once.
Geez, hold on here. Let me go ahead and look a couple up. Let's see what we got. Oh, James Bond quotes. Let's see what we got here. Well, I guess at one point Phil would say, "Well, who is this one? I don't know which one it is. I was gonna do my Sean Connery. It's a horrible Sean Connery, but I don't know if it's Sean, so I don't want to do it. But it's, well, I like to do some things the dirty burger way instead of the old-fashioned way.
The dirty way.
And you could have Phil as here we go. This is Sean. I'm pretty sure we'll do a Phil Sean trailer park. Greasy, positively greasy. Hold on. What do we got here? 50 badass Bond quotes.
My dear girl. There's some things that just aren't well done.
Well, my dear, I take it you spent a lot of time at Mystic Fingers.
I'll do anything for a burger with cheese.
The name's Collins. Phil Collins.
What are you looking at my gut for?
A burger, grilled, not steamed. Well, I'm an early burger myself.
Cheeseburger.
Yes, this is my second burger. Switch the bloody grill off. I don't know. It's not, whatever. Everybody needs a cheeseburger. Here, I got one here. I got a random thought. I got two of them actually. I got one here. Let's see here. Hey, where do you think the term ransacked came from? Like,
Where?
do you think it's because like some guy's sack got ran over?
Ransack.
You
So
know,
like
like
ransack could, if you ransack the house, it means you're going through all the drawers.
you destroy
open up
everything.
and
So like you destroy it, but the word ransacked, you think it originated from like
well, it's been from the
somebody's
days when robbers, you brought
yes
big bags with them to carry their stolen merchandise in.
yeah but so like that was like the sack that takes the place of your sack, and then it got ran over by somebody, and
Oh
that's why it was
God,
a
worse than
ransack.
that.
Like I just picture like a parade, like a whole parade running. And a guy's just sitting on the ground, and all of a sudden, like everybody just comes and starts stepping on his sack. The clowns, an elephant, fucking everybody. His sack got ran over by a whole parade. They're like, man, that dude got ransacked.
Maybe.
And then it just evolves from there because, I mean, I imagine that your sack would be destroyed after something like that. So,
Yeah, right.
uh,
The next one is, if you had a daughter who was interested in dating all three of the boys, which one would you prefer that she date?
well, Bubbles.
Bubbles? Yeah.
Bubbles.
Yeah, Bubbles would treat her right. But the only thing is, I feel like people would respect the decision to date Julian. Yeah. I feel
Agreed.
like I mean, people get to know Bubbles and they like him and they respect him. But I guess at first, like, remember the first time you saw him, Trailer Park Boys? You're like, wow, what's this guy? What's with this guy? I think I
I
might have
mean,
wondered if he was kind of like had some kind of developmental disability at first.
now that I think he definitely would be able to protect your daughter a lot more than Bubbles could do.
Yeah, yeah.
But then again, I don't know. If I've seen Bubbles lose his shit a few times, and I mean, when that green bastard cape goes on or the nunchucks come out.
You guys want to see some shit? Come watch this.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah? You think you could do it if I'm fucking knocked out, huh? 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 Yeah, no, I apologize, Sam. It's my fault. I forgot to tell you that cats were licking all the hot dogs on the plate there when I come out about 20 minutes ago.
Cats have been licking these hot dogs?
Yeah, they were licking the shit out of them.
Like, he isn't a pushover, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I've seen Bubbles bust out machine guns on fools.
Yeah,
But
it's either stress or the Green Bastard suit like unlocks this mayhem in Bubbles' heart, and then he starts doing crazy shit.
yeah, Bubbles kicks some ass when he's got that green bastard suit on. But I don't know. Like, I just picture, like, I know Ricky's had a thing or two. Like he's had crabs. He's had some other ths. Like, I love Ricky. I'd party with him all day and night. But like, I don't want Ricky. I wouldn't want him banging my daughter.
Oh.
Love him, but no. But Bubbles is the one I can guarantee is the cleanest out of the three. So that's something important to me.
Well, Ricky would ask any father-in-law, what's wrong with living in a car? It's really interesting to watch him rationalize these things, though, because a lot of people consider what he lives to be a terrible life, but he's so optimistic and such an optimist that he finds a way to see the good in all of it, to see the silver lining. But a lot of people would not see it.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Living in a shitty old car and.
Which doesn't bother me too much. I mean, I've lived in tents and other things, and I mean, I had a buddy who had a van, and shit, I crashed in that thing for a little while, you know.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, J-Rock gave one of those to Bubbles.
Yep. And then as
Converting.
soon as him and T get power and water hookup,
Yeah.
it's gonna be the same as any other income property up in this ma. You know what I'm saying?
Drive a hard bog and G.
All right. Here's one I came to me the other day, and just it ain't one that I came up with or anything by any means. It's one that we've probably all thought of or heard of at some point or another, but it still just popped in my head the other day. But what exactly would chairs look like if our knees bent the other direction?
Like if our knees were like backwards or something.
Yeah, just our knees. Think about it. Our hips would still bend the way they go.
Yeah, that'd
Like,
be a fucking nightmare.
like I picture it'd be like us just facing the back of the chair with our legs. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess
No,
it's like you ever seen
actually,
someone sit on a chair backwards? Like,
because our knees would just come straight up like this then.
yeah,
Okay? When we sat down.
the chair would be the same design. They would just, they'd be facing and they'd have to turn the chair around like sometimes people do, and they're just kind of hanging out, drape your arm around the top. So they'd have to do that. So yeah, the chair wouldn't change, but they'd have to use it backwards, that's all. And no arm railings.
You got another one, bud?
Yeah. So who would you rather have as a father? Ray LaFleur or Jim Leahy? Or there was another one here. Third one, or Philadelphia Collins. I guess you're going to choose Jim Leahy, right?
I mean, that's a tough one for me, dude.
Well, I mean, I think I'd go with, yeah, that's a tough one. Well, Lim J.
Sorry, I was just
Maybe
I was looking at pictures. I was looking at pictures because I googled what a chair would look like if our knees were the other way,
Oh yeah.
and I'm not really finding anything that makes sense. I mean,
Well,
that doesn't make sense.
Ray LaFleur is a liar and a bit of an idiot. He can be dishonest and selfish.
Yeah, for sure.
Jim Leahy's an alcoholic, and Philadelphia Collins would be embarrassing. I'd rather have Philadelphia Collins as like a grandfather or an uncle than a father. I think that him coming to get you at school. What are they looking at my gut for?
I feel like Phil might care more in a fatherly way than the other two
Yeah, he
might.
does.
Because he really does care about Jacob and was it Thomas Collins?
Camaro. Yeah.
Nobody messes with Philadelphia Collins and Sons, man.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I love Ray. I love Ray and Ray's moments, and I was like, I'm sad to hear that Barry and the gang had a falling out because I would love Ray to still be on the show. His character and the way he would just cracks you up, like when he's in there talking about being paralyzed and gets up, starts walking and shit. Like I don't know. The first time I saw that killed me. But
I guess
yeah,
maybe I'd go with Jim Leahy because when he's sober, he's cool.
well, I mean, we keep looking at it from like a friend. Like Leahy would be the best buddy or best friend, or like he probably wouldn't be to have a dad drinking that much all the time. Yeah, that would probably suck because the kid's definitely not. Because someone drinking all the time isn't fun to anyone who's not drinking. It's only fun to those who are drinking too.
Yeah.
So, and Ray's kind of the same way. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, Phil would have to be the one you'd go for that. I think maybe you'd want to, like, when you hit about 16, you can go move in with either Ray or Leahy, right? Because then it's time to start partying.
He talks about burgers the same way that like health freaks talk about kale. Like this is the greatest food in the world, and he doesn't even question that it's bad for you.
Dude,
Yeah.
I know we talked about it at some point on the show, but you remember when he's walking around with Randy and Leahy, and they're doing like, I don't know, they're doing driveways or something.
Kayaking, the practice kayaking.
Oh yeah, they're off the cheese, and he just it's like they're off drugs or something. He's like
That's
man,
crazy.
how can you not be thinking about cheeseburgers? I'm thinking about a cheeseburger right now. Like
He's obsessed with them. Can't come out of his mind. He's got the gut, and yeah.
Oh, you can't get enough. No, I'm going down here.
Oh. My next one is say you had to carry around a drink all the time, like Julian does. Which of the following Sunnyvale beverages would you prefer that it be? Rum and Coke, Freedom 35 beer, or Swish? And you can only drink one of those drinks all the time.
It's rum and Coke.
Rum and Coke, yeah.
Yeah, easy, hands down. That's what I like now, you know?
Yeah, I don't even know what Swish tastes like, so they say it's really brutal. I mean, if it's homemade, it's probably almost like moonshine, right?
Well, actually, it's probably more like Pruno, which is jailhouse liquor. And it's just made out of like oranges and stuff. I don't know. We've made some Pruno that'll get you wasted, but it's not very delicious.
Barrel of filth water.
Yeah, you know.
It was like moonshine. Is that totally clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Which, to my understanding, unless I'm mistaken, all alcohol, when it's cooked off like that, is clear. What makes whiskey and bourbons and things brown is the barrel, it ages, whatever it's aged in. It turns it that color. To my understanding. Which is something my buddy Kevin would be able to answer if he ever comes on and joins us. Kevin Sykes.
Not that it's something I would ever do, but I think J Rock's idea with the rock vodka was really brilliant.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, inside they do the same thing. When you make the White Lightning is what it's called. And it's basically same thing. You take little pouches of like juice powder or like fruit punch or whatever, and you just mix it in with the liquor. And I mean, it works. Gives it flavor. Makes it flavor. Totally works.
Sell it to minors. Charge a mason jar full of for $20. Otherwise they have to find some other way to get it. Asking adults outside of liquor stores.
You got to get the bottle kids to do it.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess you're up for a random thought, right?
Here's something. It's not really a random thought, but it's something that I learned that I thought was really cool, and it does relate to Trailer Park Boys, and you'll learn why in a minute. Did you know that Vikings and pirates both had cats on their boats?
Oh, I did not.
Yeah. They used them for companionship, entertainment, and because of all the critters, like
oh yeah,
rats and
there
things.
would be a lot of mice.
Yeah, and cats, they're pretty versatile. They don't need much. They can hide out in a little corner when they need. But think about it. Two of the toughest SOBs that ever walked, pirates and Vikings. They rolled with their kitties because they're hard as fuck.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Apparently, I learned the whole thing about the eye patch. It's not that they had an eye that was gouged out. The reason for that is apparently having one eye blocked out like that enables you to see better in the dark. So that's one thing I read. I mean, because they also sailed at night, maybe more often than during the day. So you'd have to see pretty well. So, and all they had for, back then was moonlight to go by.
I don't know. That's beyond me. I'd have to look into that. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
You got any more random thoughts?
Yep. So if you agreed to eat only one of the following foods popular on Trailer Park Boys every day for the rest of your life, what would it be? Pepperoni, chicken fingers, or cheeseburgers?
Cheeseburgers.
Yeah, me too, because The first two are just these objects, and there's no variety, and it's not going to change. It's the same shit. Whereas maybe with a cheeseburger, I don't know, today you could like separate the buns from the meat or something, find some weird way to inject some variety into it.
You know, I mean, as long as it's not just bread, meat, and cheese, then yeah, you could add different sauces. You could put different lettuces or tomatoes, bacon, you know. But if it's literally just bread, meat, and cheese dry, which I hope it's not, at least put some mayo or some mustard or some ketchup or something on it.
Yeah.
But those would be good. Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, I guess I would have to go chicken fingers next, even though I love pepperoni cocks. And fuck, like I said, I got a bag of mini cocks right here. Where's that? Come on, shine in. There it is. See it, everybody?
That's pepperoni. Wow.
Well, they're, you know, like little,
Oh, I see.
like little Slim Jim things. But
There's a
you know,
Canadian brand that I bought called Hot Rods. These skinny, tiny little pepperonis.
are they spicy?
I think they make them spicy, but I don't eat the spicy one.
Ah, anyway, sorry, I was spacing out for a second there.
Yeah, so was I.
Staring at my list. You got any more random thoughts or anything? If not, I got one would you rather, and I got some you know.
Well, this is kind of really serious.
Some pet peeves. Okay, go
It's a
ahead.
really serious, dark thing to contemplate. But I was just thinking that
You always got something
abuse.
serious.
Yeah, the word abuse is a euphemism for torture. Right? When you're abusing them, you're torturing them.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever experienced any kind of abuse, but you know, it feels like torture when you're a kid and you know an adult's beating the shit out of you.
I mean, I don't know if I would consider it I mean, people today would, but I mean, yeah, we used to get the belt all the time. We used to get backhanded once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I've picked switches. I've done all that shit. You know, but
Well, I mean,
like I
like
said,
like where they kind of cross the line and start punching and kicking and.
yeah. See, I never had to deal with any of that, so no,
Yeah.
you know, no, that shit's messed up, you know, and I don't support any of that. I don't support people to do that type of stuff either.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
thought I'd lighten the atmosphere a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, nice going, Morgan.
All right.
Yeah.
You're all
Like
right,
just
buddy.
on your own show. All right, what's your next thing?
Let's see here. Oh, I got a would you rather here if you want to hear it. I got one.
Right.
All right. Would you rather work for Phil at the Dirty Burger or Corey and Trevor at CT Convenience?
I'd work at the convenience store.
Yeah?
I don't know. I tried working in fast food once and I really hated it. Whereas the convenience store, you can kind of just chill and watch Channel 10. It's too bad that job pays so little, you know.
I know, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, or like working at a video store back in the day. You watching movies. If they let you eat the concession, then you're eating candy, and that's a pretty cool job. But it didn't pay much. But
I've worked at a video store. I've worked at a movie theater. Yeah, those are cool. I worked at convenience and I've worked at restaurants. I don't know, personally, like I said, I would work at the Dirty Burger. It's my favorite Sunnyvale business of them all. It is. I just love it. But then again, I'm a grill cook. I love flipping burgers, steaks. It's what even for all the years that I worked in restaurants as a chef, like I'm always the grill cook. I'm the guy making your steaks and your burgers and your chicken and your, you know, I'm the guy over working the oven and the grill and in the fryer, all that shit. I work the barbecues. I work the fucking smokers. Like I do all that stuff.
well, I did something really stupid today. I bought a steak that was aged too much, like it was kind of brown. But I thought, well, does that really make a difference? Fuck yeah, it tastes like shit. That's the difference.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, you got to get that shit fresh, nice and red. But yeah, I handle everyone's meat. That's what I like to do.
Listen up, ladies.
Yeah, right.
Get a vanity plate. No, Kelly, no, that would probably send unintentionally the wrong message would come across from that.
Well, I got some shit that pisses me off. We can cover if you want.
Go into that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's better to be pissed off than pissed on. Let's see here. What pisses me off? Fake bacon. You know that shit?
Oh yeah. It's for like vegans and people.
Yeah, whatever. All right, it ain't so much that stuff, even though that stuff annoys me. It's the people who try to pretend and play it off like it's. What do you mean? It's just like real bacon. Like here, you won't even tell the difference. It's like yes, I can.
Fake meat. I mean, come on.
Fuck you people! Quit trying to sell us your faking bacon bullshit. Pretend it's real. It's not.
They're militantly against eating meat, but most of their products are made to resemble meat and taste like meat. So that urge to eat meat is real fucking strong because the people who rail against it end up eating these shitty fucking hot dogs and other meat. Well, have you had one of the plant burgers, like where they made the meat out of plants?
Okay, so there's that new brand that we always keep seeing in the commercials, like a white box with the green writing or whatever. No, I've had veggie burgers and stuff before in the past for sure. But you're talking about the one where it's supposed to be really it's just like real beef.
Yeah.
But it's veggie. No, I haven't, and I promise you, it's not going to be just like real beef. No, it's not. Because I've had plenty of burgers in my life between incarceration and frozen things you find that are not made out of actual hamburger. It's made out of something else that they make them out of. It's like a type meat byproduct type thing. You got to be careful with that byproduct stuff. When they say byproducts, that could be anything. You know what I'm saying? That could be hooves. That could be snout. That could be
snot.
Whatever.
Fucking mucus.
Toenails. You know what I'm saying? And
blood.
You think I'm joking, world? I keep wanting to say America, but I got to remember we got Canada, and we've even got a viewer as far down as Guadalajara, Mexico. She was messaging on the last message, and so I mean we got viewers out there. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say America; it's the world that's tuning into us, baby.
Yeah, you got yourself a podcast groupie there. Well, she's pretty hot. She looks like she's worth the trip.
That's right.
In my opinion.
Maybe. We'll see.
I
might just need to get me a passport and come on down to Guadalajara, huh?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, dude. What were we saying?
You were gonna do the things you hate. Yeah.
Oh yeah. If you got another one here, I got another one. Okay. What else? What else pisses me off? Let's see here. The hiccups.
Yeah.
I fucking hate the hiccups, dude.
There's a girl who has never been able to stop hiccuping, and they have no idea what to do with her. And she was briefly my prison pen pal, but then she stopped writing back. But yeah, she. The doctors, all these ear, nose, and throat specialists, they saw her, couldn't figure it out. She became a celebrity across America. And then
Drop Zone. Take her to Great America and put her on Drop Zone.
Well, she's in prison because she helped her ex-boyfriend kill a guy. So she's in for life. She's a lifer. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, if I could not stop hiccuping, I would probably kill a guy too.
Yeah. Well, she said the celebrity she got from it kind of went to her head. So maybe that's what it was.
Oh, okay. Here's one. The pictures on the menu at the fast food restaurant. Those things piss me off.
Because they make promises they can't keep?
Yes, sir. They're 100% false advertisement. My burger, my salad, I'm getting a fucking salad, right? Whatever it is I'm getting, it does not look like that.
I've also been to restaurants where the pictures, it looks bad. It looks bad in the pictures. Like, if it looks that shitty in the photo, I don't even want to think about what it's like inside.
Turn the vehicle around, bud. We're backing out of here.
Yeah, and then there's another thing I'm curious about. It's like there are a lot of specialty, like ethnic restaurants where everything comes from another culture, but they also make hamburgers. Like there are a lot of Chinese restaurants that do that. And every time I read that, I think, is that for the racist in your family?
Right? I don't know.
The
Okay,
one person who won't eat wonton noodles or whatever.
there's a all you can eat. I want to say it's not the Mongol. In Vallejo, there's all you can eat Mongolian barbecue, which is freaking amazing, dude. But over in Vacaville, there's a place, and I want to say it's like, I don't know if it's Korean or Japanese. But anyway, they got their Asian cuisine in there, right? Whatever it is, whatever they got. But then they've got freaking pizza and lasagna and fried chicken, mashed potatoes.
Oh yeah, like my favorite Chinese buffet here. They have prime rib and mashed potatoes, on top of all the Chinese stuff.
Dude, and you know what? I'm eating all of it.
Well, I do love prime rib, so that's awesome.
Dude, I love Chinese food and mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I'm eating it. I'm eating it. Okay, here's another thing that I realized the other day. So I realized, and I'm going to walk you all down this. Go down this little story rabbit hole with me, okay? So first I realized, you know what? I hate long distance. Not necessarily relationships or anything, just anything that's farther away from me than like right here. Like I hate having to go way over there to the store or way over there, Morgan, your house, you're way the fuck over there. I don't like that. I want to go out my front door and there you are. Go out my front door and there's the store. Like I'm lazy, kind of lazy. So I realized I wish I had a magic door that I could just walk through and just take me anywhere.
Teleport, yeah.
Thank you, sir. And then I realized that what I'm talking about is a fucking teleporter, which we just covered last week when I said I wanted a damn time machine. No, apparently I want a fucking teleporter.
Yeah, those would probably be better,
Well, like I say, easy hands down.
If
If the teleporter went to any planet or anything in the universe, I mean, that's an easy hands down.
Yeah, with like time travel, there's that possibility that you could meet your mom by accident and she'll think you're hot or something. Like in Back to the Future, that creepy shit. Or maybe you find out your parents were just total dicks when they were young. You're like, wow.
Fuck, I don't need to go back in time to find that out.
No comment. But...
Right? No, I was kidding. Love you, mom and dad.
Well, if somebody has serious flaws in their personality, they were probably even more pronounced as kids. I think that's probably yeah.
Most likely, for sure. What else do I got here? Oh, speakerphone. I hate the fucking speakerphone. I hate when I'm on it. I hate when people put me on it. I hate when other people are on it. I fucking hate the speakerphone. I don't want to hear your conversations. I don't want people to hear my. If I wanted to talk to everybody, I'll get a damn bullhorn. Attention, everybody. Attention, everybody.
Here's something women do in relation to the phone, which is really annoying. I'm sure they don't all do it, but you're talking, you're having a phone conversation, and if you happen to start talking about something that piques their interest, they just start inviting themselves into the conversation. Just like talking, he's like, I'm not talking to you. It's just not your time. And also they'll do it to your friends, if they have a girlfriend or wife. They'll be talking on the phone, and you're like, all of a sudden he's like, what? So she can off her fucking mouth. You ever had that?
Yeah. But I mean, most people like to talk. I've known girls that are like that. I've known very quiet, shy girls. I used to date one, and like it was like pulling teeth to get her to like outside of just when it was just us. Like if we were in any sort of social group, she would barely speak because she's just super shy. And it's like, that's hard to get people out of that shell sometimes. So I mean, but I do know what you're saying. There are a lot of, Gabbies.
Yeah.
you know, and I'm one of them.
Yeah, that works out well for them.
You know, yeah. So I mean, but just don't put me on speakerphone. That's all.
Did you see that? There's a thing I posted on Facebook. What it's like to go do a FaceTime with a chick. So it's like you see like the side of their face every 5 minutes, and half the time it's like pictures of the wall and shit. She's walking around. You ever heard that?
Yeah. All you see is this the whole time. She's like, "How you
Yeah.
doing?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hold on, I'm just folding laundry and stuff. And then pretty soon you just see the roof.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
watching
whoa.
the fucking
Of course, my
ceiling.
background want to change. Where's my kitty? Ugh. Oh, is he over there sleeping? Oh, he's sleeping. Oh, well, maybe I'll splice a picture of Vincent so everybody can see my kitty. Most gorgeous kitty in the world. Vince depends.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I don't know if I got anything else here, really. I think we just covered all that.
So are you really isolated where you live? Like, is that you have
I mean,
neighbors?
I'm not isolated. So yeah, there's neighbors, but like I live around mostly older people, and like there's some married couples, and but like I live in a small community in the mountains, so there's like a couple hundred people type situations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, more coyotes than people, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. They're out. Oh, they're out every night.
Yeah.
I can hear them for sure. Yeah, we got coyotes, we got raccoons. I guess my cat was out playing. Vince was out playing with a raccoon the other morning. My fucking neighbor left for work at 5 in the morning. Vince goes out at like dawn every morning at dawn. Whatever time dawn is, that's the time he wants to. He instantly wakes up. He wants to go out, and he comes in at night. I usually bring him in, and he comes in. But anyway, he goes out. So like it's 4:10, 4:20 in the morning sometimes, which is perfect. So I can have a quick cone, quick bonlet or something, a quick dabber, 4:20 in the morning. But anyway, my neighbor leaves at 5 in the morning to go to work, and he says he comes outside. And as soon as he comes out and around to the truck in the driveway, fucking instantly from behind the car, a raccoon cuts this way. Right, he sees them together, and then they just split. Like the raccoon cuts this way, and Vince cuts this way, like they're doing a drug deal under the lights and shit. They're like, oh shit, But they were just like, he was out hanging out with a raccoon at like 5 in the morning. I don't even know, like it's crazy. But yeah, I don't even know why I'm talking about my kitty.
Yeah, I guess we kind of ran out of gas, eh?
Yeah.
Well, we got an hour and 42 minutes. That's pretty good.
Sure.
Huh?
For sure. I mean, I've run through everything I've got written down on my notes, so that's why. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty good.
So when we're done and you go back to the white screen in Skype, do you see what we recorded? Does that come up?
Yes, I do, and I can download it. That's how I was able to last time.
Oh, how to download it? Okay.
Yeah. And it should show us side by side like it did with me and Ryan, last time. Yeah. And then I'll be able to cut in and out, and I'll add some pictures to everything we're talking about, and some text in, and we'll get our new logo. We got a new, which you guys heard at the beginning of this episode, our new theme song, new entry, which you'll probably hear again in a minute at the end. I'll probably use it at the end again. And yeah, so if anyone out there wants to email us, scoobdad.lady@gmail, and you got Director Media at Gmail, and anyway, if you want questions, comments, concerns, topic ideas, want to be a guest, whatever, hit us up. We're always here. Love all the feedback. Yeah, that's fucking the way she goes,
All right, it's the way she goes. Good night, everyone.
All right.
Good night. Well, boy, I guess it won't necessarily be night.
Yeah, whatever time it is, it's night for us, and it's definitely night for Morgan, but.
Duckville bottle kid! They tried to kill us, Jimmy. They did. They're dirty fucking cops.
family is so
Yeah, fucking disco pool party, yeah, fuck you. Smoke a lot of weed and get really fucking stoned.